Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's special session about Power Nodes launch. We are really excited about this launch. I have with me
Rami, we cannot hear you.
the CEO.
No, the voices are clear from my side. I can hear him very clearly.
Great. So I have
Mario,
with me.
can you hear him?
I can hear it too.
Okay.
Good. So I don't think, guys, you need introduction. But just in case, I have with me Ali, the CEO of IconX. We have with us also Mario, SVP also on IconX, and Primoz, the business development director in IconX. Thank you, everyone. We will not tell you we should wait 2-3 minutes because we already reached capacity, 1,000 people on this call. Thank you really for your interest about this product. We are really very excited today, and we want to share with you what we have been doing in the last few days. Actually, a few months, not days. Okay. So, share screen too. Just quick confirmation that screens. I will start the session by playing the video.
Mining Race has built a growing mining ecosystem. Now the ecosystem moves into its next stage, expansion towards supply. Demand connects to mining grid. Power. Capacity moves. As supply grows, the ecosystem becomes stronger. A new bridge is built. A power node represents ownership of real computing power, defined by a kilowatt, connected to the grid, leased into the ecosystem. Mining Race creates demand. Power nodes expand supply. Together they create grid balance. The vision is a connected mining power network built to scale. Power nodes. Oh, the power.
So great, guys. The objective of this session is trying to understand everything what you have seen in this video. So let's get started. So we came with the concept because we have mining supply connected, and everyone knows that our famous stable mining cards and also mining cores, which really drove the demand, through the community, that we have almost 17 exahash currently connected. And this growing ecosystem deserve also to open the other side. So I want you today, it's not standard presentation, it's training. So I want you to imagine that we have mining grid in between, then we have all spot and user connected, and they are consuming power from the grid for the cards and the cores and term devices. So what we did today, we are actually expanding the project. It's not adding a new product. We are completely transforming mining grid to bigger marketplace to connect many farms globally through what we call power nodes. So currently we are around 60,000 plus users. Here you see 50,000. This is our connected power, which is always the commitment from mining grid to supply, the power required for the scale. And until today, all together as a community, we mined almost 2,700 plus Bitcoins, and this is a huge achievement. Really good to highlight, that these numbers represent 2% from global mining. So what this community did and what mining grid, with the help of everyone involved, with our clients, our promoters, we managed to be the fastest company to scale to this power and this share, globally. There is no company reached to that. But we will never stop there, because I tell you that our vision, whatever we did, is just the beginning. What we are trying to do is now to unlock the grid, as I told you, and we actually experienced this model with many suppliers in many countries, and there is really big excitement also on contractor side, because this also unlocked the access of power. So before I go deeper there, this is what I explained you is the vision, why we actually introduce the product in the first place. So let's move now. So we are talking about supply chain. So what does supply chain means? Supply chain means that the power nodes will not consume power from the grid. It will supply power to the grid. It's that simple. And instead of calculating the product by terahash, it's a kilowatt because it's electricity and we are putting power in this electricity to supply to mining grid. So this is the simple concept which we created, and we are unlocking the access to the farms to everyone in the community. And our message here that similar how we unlock mining to people, now we are unlocking mining operators to people as well. Not you as a client also, but also everyone as a contributor to the mining farms and to the supplying of power for this industry. Not only to mining grid, but also to Bitcoin mining. That's why we raised the bar and we put really the targets very high for this model on the supply chain. So this is what I explain you simply. So you see demand between cars and cores. We are actually, today we created 2% of global Bitcoin market demand, which is huge. What we are looking at to expand that demand 3-4 times more, scale faster. And to scale faster, we from mining grid, we will keep also expanding the power connected, through the purchases of this. But instead of us owning equipment by ourselves and connected to the grid, which is around 10% of supply today or more, maybe 15%, we are actually sourcing from different contractors who are actually renting hash rate from other contractors. So here comes the power node. So what we are doing, we are converting that rental because it makes a good profit for the farm operators. So we are converting and looking that potential of profit to the community as well. That's why we have two-sided grid now, and this will balance and will grow mining grid much faster. We are growing fast, but we are actually mining race. In the race, you don't want to slow down. You want always to speed up to win. And for us, we are trying to win as much as we can from global Bitcoin mining. As always I say, there is 5% of Bitcoin mining remaining, which is 1 million. Half of this, 500,000 will be mined in the next 5 years. So we see power nodes is a 4 years ownership. That's why it's 4-year access, because we think that this is within this 4 years, half of the remaining Bitcoin mine will be distributed actually within 5 to 6 years. So we see that from today till next 2 years is the best time for power node, or for 2 to 3 years to build the supply. Then the demand always grows, as you see with the mining. So guys, if you have any comment, Mario, Primoz, or Ali, so we can comment during the slides. So I will try to give the concept quickly, then we'll try to explain each one step by step. So another benefit of Bitcoin, of power nodes. So all of us, we know how we position the project. First, definitely we say we don't have product, right? This is our message in our event. Our product is Bitcoin, and we have a solution to give you access to Bitcoin. So this is how we describe mining grid, and mining service is a service. It's not a product. We are giving you a token, or giving you our mining race outcome or mining race product, correct? So what you get in your wallet is Bitcoin. Here, it's so simple as well. We give you access to power, and the power pays you in USDT. So there is no exposure to Bitcoin price. And this is how we balance the grid as well. You see the Bitcoin, we saw almost 6 quarters in uptrend. It went up from almost 50, 60K 8 quarters back and hit 120K. Then we see the drop from 120K to almost 80K now, maybe 75K. And you see this, the human nature, like they react to the markets and they observe it always in different ways. So when Bitcoin price goes up, you'll see they create momentum on mining. This is generally speaking. But what happened in bear market when Bitcoin price drops down, create momentum on power nodes. Why? Because if you check the news globally, the best opportunity everyone talks about, start mining. When everyone walking away from mining, you should start. And this is how actually people, they make their money. So why it's a better opportunity always when Bitcoin price drop to start power nodes? Because you get access to cheaper energy resources, cheaper hardware, then cheaper services and for hosting. Then when the Bitcoin price goes up, the ROI becomes better. That's why you see the power node, it's you own it, you buy power for 4 years, then you lease it to mining grid. And this gives you approximately 200% in return. So you get your capital back plus 100% profit. And we have also auto buy, which I will explain you later. But there is daily earning in USD. Means if Bitcoin price jump to 200K or Bitcoin price goes less to 30K, in both cases, you are having lease and rent contract with mining grid, and you are earning with stability. And it's similar, you are earning daily the outcome of this nodes, and you are claiming weekly. So our trademark of earning daily, you can claim your mining credit now, you can claim your power credit anytime, and you get paid every week. So the similar concept, we kept it, and we are unlocking now the supply, access to supply to the community. So again, to put the data simple, what is power node? It's 1 kilowatt of computing power. That's it. It's 1 kilowatt of computing power. We are using the computing power for mining equipment. Also, that could be used, for AI, could be used for other things. But for now, we stick to Bitcoin mining because we are going to integrate it to the grid. That's why it's computing power calculated by 1 kilowatt. If I buy 1,000 nodes, then I have 1 megawatt of computing power earning for me for a period of 4 years. It's that simple. Do you need to explain Bitcoin before you explain the power node? The answer is no. Bitcoin is definitely the core. It's the logo of mining race, it's the core of our solution. But what we are doing, we are balancing, because many people, they don't like the exposure to Bitcoin. Here is the power grid. If you are believing the Bitcoin price will grow, then you can balance between power grid and mining cores and cards. So price of one power node is 3,000 per node, and this is for accessibility for 4 years, 2 years before halving, 2 years after halving, but for you, the return is same. Before halving or after halving, you are earning same daily. So you are leasing it to mining grid. So let's say simply you are taking it for 3,000, you are leasing it to us for 6,000, we are paying you the 6,000 if the uptime of this power node is 100%. If the uptime is 90%, you are earning 180. If it's 95, you are making 190%. So what we do, mining grid contracts terms with all the supplier, we are actually forcing them to keep 90 to 95% uptime. And whatever happened on there, we are passing it to you. That's transparent way of sharing the responsibility with our operator. And what I'm telling you now is part of our terms and conditions, which we put. If we experience lower downtime from the operators, they have to do compensation for us, then we are compensating everyone who owns the power nodes. So again, imagine that we have thousands of nodes connected every month. Then we are actually scaling our mining farms, hosting infrastructure. Here, there is a clear message. We are not owning mining farms, even with power nodes. What we are doing, we are owning the power generated from the farm equipment for the period of 4 years, or sometimes maybe five years. So what we are doing, we are giving the operator the full responsibility for everything. And what we do from our side is just we take that portion of power and we redistribute it to you. Then we are leasing it, and we plug all that power to the grid immediately. So simple, all the power, earn with stability, lease it to mining grid. So this is the 3 steps. When you access, you buy your power node. This is what happened, behind the scene. So similar, if someone's telling you mining, you say not mining, you want to mine BTC, you get BTC out. Here you are buying the power and you are renting it, so you get USD payment. Actually, the payment will be processed as I told you, in power credits, which is USDT, you can claim it, to your wallet, then you can, cash it out. So that's the main thing. It is backed by data center power. And what we are going to do, we are going to declare where our mining hosting farms, which connects to the power node, which I will show you today during this training. So here is another thing, stable and predictable income. So we can predict the duration, we can predict the outcome of supply because kind of invest and lease and rent. So it's more predictable, more in USD payment, less exposure or no exposure at all to Bitcoin price, no exposure to market dynamics. So you don't need to explain what happened before halving, what happened to after. You don't need to explain what's the hash price. You don't need to explain what is Bitcoin. You don't explain decentralization. You don't need to go through many steps, which we did, because what they are doing, similar to a company, imagine a company, they want to invest 10 million and build data center and rent it out. So what we're doing this 10 million, we are distributing it, we call it power node to the nodes, and we are renting it out because we are not renting to different company. Right? All of us, we know we have very big growing demand on mining, and this is a big leverage for mining race and mining grid created by us. So we already have the rent agreements guaranteed, for now and for next year and for the year after, because we believe the expansion of demand is always there. So what we are doing, we are just connecting our ecosystem together. So let's plug the supply as much as we can, grow the demand as much as we can, then we can say that we are the biggest mining company on planet, which is our vision and aim from day one, to build a community. We don't mine for mining race and mining grid. We don't keep reserve Bitcoin on mining race. What we are doing, we're doing redistribution for thousands. I showed you more than 60,000 received mining credits from this program because we give access and we distribute the Bitcoins. So as we said, this is the demand connect to the power grid, and through this demand, you can see the details. I will hand over to you, Marian, pretty much just for 4 or 5 minutes or less, and I'll connect back. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Rami.
Hello. Yes,
Hi.
of course, I'm here. I was waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, just waiting for you to appear on the screen. But what I want to say, that's just to summarize whatever Rami said. Mining grid, since they started with a vision. The vision is to be one of the biggest player in the market in terms of Bitcoin mining. And from day one, we told the community that we are going to expand into this ecosystem, and our core will always remain the Bitcoin. So when we serve the market, there is always a lot of opportunities, and our responsibility to bring this opportunity back to the community by exploding the whole ecosystem and find opportunities for everyone. Either if the person want to have a product for himself to generate passive income for him, or he can use the product which is give you a value by purchasing it. Either it's a personal value for you to get a USDT back by operating the power node, or you can use it in a network marketing and build your team and community based on that. And I see that what Mining Grid achieved till today, I think the work that happened in the background, the way that they explored the whole ecosystem from the mining to the power was a brilliant idea. Our vision always to go to a greener Bitcoin mining solutions. And I believe today with the current solution, the power node, we are closer. We are going closer steps to our vision, which we believe in it. So also, what is your opinion from your side, Pramash?
First of all, I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening to everybody who joined this call. Good evening to the community. Thank you very much, Rami, and thank you very much, Ali, for allowing me and inviting me also on this call. So I'm trying to be, as straightforward as possible, and I will say just one thing before because I know I have another part in this Zoom. I'm just gonna say that what you guys did, basically, I'm talking about the founders, Rami and Ali, and of course Suleiman. It's an amazing thing. Amazing thing. Why? Because yesterday I just realized, that when Bitcoin price goes up, our strongest product is definitely the cards because of the compounding effect, because of the network volume that our distributors or promoters get and everything connected to that. But now when the Bitcoin price dropped, we have a product which is in my opinion, my personal opinion, the best when the Bitcoin price went down. And this compensates, everything what the company stands for, and also, where we are going. So after 2 years, basically, we will supply our power. And this is a big step for the company and big step for the community to realize, that also the company is basically starting to not just rent the power and redistribute the power to our community, but also to invest in infrastructure so that we have better control and that we can support also our growth. Because I'm with the company for, from the beginning, but I would say 2 years, and I've started the whole project with a couple of people. Today, like Rami said, we have around 60,000 members. We are growing, and we are growing faster than we grew last year, for example, and we need power. Why rent it when we can have basically our own supply, and also our customers and the people who distribute add to the value of the company, they have something from it. And this is a perfect opportunity, to share this product. And it's really, for me, it's just genius. So Mario, what do you think?
And I think it's also come in the right time. If you look at the global situation, everybody fighting for the power. And I think today, Mining Grace and Mining Grid, they want to own their power. They want the community also to own the power for them. With diversification of product for the people that are interested in a Bitcoin return for a longer term. We also, from our observation to the community, because Iconix also from its side and the marketing side, we want to provide the community with the right product that can help them thrive in their career. So we have the two options, which is the Bitcoin, if you are interested in the Bitcoin, the cards, machine, cores, all deliver that to you. And if you are interested in USDT and you still need a little bit, maybe longer time to understand the real value of the Bitcoin, we also have a solution for that. And our solution today is the power nodes.
Exactly. Mario.
Yeah, fully agree. So first of all, thank you for having me. I'm super excited because I would say this day is a historical moment for the project, for the company, and for all the guys who put effort in now for the last couple of months. I would say 2% of the worldwide mining, and all the numbers Rami shows us that we are on the right track. And now we are going the next logical step, I think, to have our own mining power onboarded, and really love also the idea to benefit the community out of it. So that we as community can benefit from this as well. And the way you guys structured it, I'm super happy to see it, how it grows the last couple of days. We're just excited. I was a little bit distracted now because so many messages that they had no chance anymore to come into this room because it was a little bit too small. So we have to think bigger in future. So that just shows that people are excited that we're now going the next logical step. But of course, so this is the first, also for guys who are not there, then later on, this is the first rollout, and we will benefit anyway for future 2 trainings. And I'm really looking forward to it.
And I think after we finish the session, we are also going to provide all the materials, everything that we discussed today, to all the communities with their own languages, so they can explore more the power nodes and explore really how it's work and the return, how to work either from the marketing side, from the product delivery side. This is all will be shared with the community. So everyone, if he decide to have its own Zoom or community Zoom, all the information will be available for everyone.
Okay, great. Thank you guys, just for jumping quickly. So I think we will continue, and just to mention, since we don't have capacity, so thanks for people, because we opened I think for 45 minutes we opened the link and we had 200 people logged in, like almost 1 hour before, so which is also a good sign. So now we come to the power node. Also we call it trademark, which is auto renew or auto buy, based card cores. So auto buy will be also working in power node. So I will explain you simply the earning you receive from your power nodes. You will have 1 kilowatt of power. If you want to scale 1 kilowatt of power to approximately 3 kilowatt, then you put auto buy on. You are reusing, you or your clients will reuse their earning to increase the power nodes inside the spot. And once they reach this duration for 4 years, for 2 years, keep compounding. Then the compounding stop on the spot. Then 2 years, the earning will be open. Here you can see duration for both 4 years. Even you switch auto buy, it doesn't mean that if you buy new power node or partial power node, it will go to 4 years, 2 months, 6 months. There is no more duration. Once you buy power node, you are a supplier to mining grid, and you are leasing to mining grid, and the duration is 4 years. But what happened? You are increasing the power in this rental agreement. So the forecasted outcome, if you put auto buy on, is 300%. If you remove your capital, then you are getting 200%, which is 50% per year, regardless of Bitcoin price. If uptime is 100%, uptime 90%, let's say, as I explained you, this is the back-to-back rule between us and our supplier, then you are at 270%. So let's say 45 to 50% per year with the compounding, but first 2 years you are posing, then you are making 150%, 150% in year 3 and 4, but also you can switch it on or switch it by. How auto buy works in power nodes, because faster compounding on power, then we lower the power node to 0.1 if you are putting auto buy. If anyone want to buy a new power node, the power node full 1 kilowatt, which is $3,000, but auto buy will work in 0.1 kilowatt, which is $300. So simple. If you want to switch on, you can compound few power additional. When you switch it off, you don't need to wait 2 years. You can switch it off and start earning daily. So it's still, you can switch it on and off. But here is the difference between this and stable mining, auto buy, disable and enable. Normally we have, let's say, 2-3 days for approval on the cards, but this one, the approval might take up to 30 days. Why? Because this plant capacity in mining farms. Because if you are saying, I want to auto buy, and we have, let's say, 5 megawatt of auto buy, then we will try to fix the contracts with the suppliers in advance, because we know that this is coming supply. If you are switching it off, we need 30 days for planning. So we are saying within 30 days, that approval should be processed. But you can switch it on, you can switch it off. That's up to you. If you switch it on, if there is available batch of supply of power nodes, then you will start accumulating on that batch, which is online. So power after 24 months, if you see the last line here, you can connect 3 kilowatt of power and earn in the last 2 years at 3 kilowatt. Here you can earn 1 kilowatt for the period of 4 years. This is definitely up to users. You can select which model you want to promote. Which one is more maybe daily earning from day one is really good, but also compounding the power to a certain point, then earning faster ROI also is good for other people. So we have the both options. So here is a very good part we did, because now we want to balance the ecosystem. We want to create a supply equal to demand and even higher. And mining grid also will keep growing the supply, and power nodes will grow the supply. And you will see in our dashboard how much is power provided by the company, how much power provided by power nodes. So both you will see that both are growing. So we are accelerating the supply. We are not shifting the supply responsibility from mining grid to you. We are sharing the acceleration. So the more we supply, the more also power node supply. Then we are boosting, all the demand, and we can grow the demand. We can currently, as I showed you, we have 50,000-60,000 people mining in mining race. We can have 500,000 people mining, and we can have 500,000 people, connecting. To be reasonable, we said 10% from mining. That's not easy target, but this is really what we are planning to do. So as a promotional from us, because anyone connects power node and he has a spot, all cards in that spot will be boosted. The speed of card will be boosted by 5% because he's supplying power. Then he's actually reaching the target outcome of these cards faster because he have additional speed associated to these cards. So this concept, whoever plug, he can boost 5%. If you plug 5 power node, you are boosting 25% of that spot. So the promotional card boost, we kept this to the last, but I will explain you on the landing page. I will show you the product now, how it looks. I will show you everything, because the plan to go live, we will discuss now. So we are actually a few minutes or a few hours from the launch of the product. So once we put the official launch out, we need everyone to know, how it works. So the first founder batch, which is 2,000 nodes, will be available, for private sale only for people who have rank in the system. And the public launch will be after 3 days from now, will be in 4th of June. So anyone new client or a client which is not promoter, then he will see the product after 4 days. So we kept this 3 days, more training, more understanding, only access for the promoters. And also what we did, the boost for the founder phase is 7%, not 5%. So let's say if you put 2 power nodes, you are boosting the speed of all your cards by 14%. If you put 1, it's 7%. And you can do the math. I think promotion, Mario and everyone, we can discuss and simulate, if we need. There is many scenarios where applicable to platinum spot, to prime spot, to diamond spot. The benefit definitely when you have more cards and you boost all these cards, then you get better. That's why maybe it's applicable as power node boost, as very strong promotion from platinum plus licenses. So what we are doing, the guys also mentioned, so we are unlocking a next phase where we are bridging demand and supply. Don't think power node is a product which is fixed, stable outcome, and that stable outcome means nothing for mining race. It's a vision of being a company who really source and unlock people access to mining farms and unlock people access to mining. So we are actually now creating a new full domain where we are actually trying to give the profitability of running as operator and investing in assets and getting the power for a period for 4 years to the people. So this is how we do it, and all of us know more supply, stronger grid, and I don't believe so that we will have supply higher than demand in 2028, 2029, because what we are doing, that we are boosting also the speed, so if people, they start with supply, they can shift to mining. If they start with mining, they can shift to supply. So mining race are offering 2 products line, mining and buying power. So this is, I will not repeat myself a couple of times, this we can discuss in the session, and you will get access to this material, but this all the story in one page. So you see power node, connect to the grid, demand side increase, then we are actually building, listing the hosting provider farms, where these power nodes are allocated, and this also boosts the accessibility of mining grid to global farm in many countries. Definitely, the target, we are doing all of this. If we connect both supply and demand, we will become more as marketplace, unlocking the access to those 2 services. Then we are saying 10% of global mining. If 10%, it means 100 exahash today, and we are at 17. It means 6 times bigger. So this is what we are trying to achieve next, and also to scale from 2 to 10, we had to unlock the supply part with very good offering, which is power nodes, to balance the ecosystem. So this is on the power node side. Guys, do you want to comment anything before we go to the next topics?
I will jump in at the end.
Okay. Good. So this is what we call in the dashboard. Now it's private link. This private link you will receive with other document. We'll discuss about it. We call this landing page of power nodes. It has some explanation of power nodes, how it works on the infrastructure layer. What is power node? I explained you this. If you have questions, also we are here to answer you. Then here come where we list the batches. What the batch mean? Batch means the available power node currently, which is contracted from mining grid, available in which side. So now we already contracted with Finland farm, for hosting. You will see us for more or less, we are actually going to share information about mining farms, based on the terms and conditions we have with the supplier. Some of them we cannot declare location, some of them they cannot declare names, but what we are going to do, we are going to show the farms, maybe organize private visit for the community between time to time. So we're trying to push more. Some of them we have branding of mining grid and mining grids in the farm. So it depends on the restrictions. We are trying to, for some of them, they say for security reason or for privacy reason or for others. So we respect that with the provider, but what we are trying to do to unlock as much information as we can for you as well, to see and also to show others that this is the hosting farm or hosting location where we buy. So you see the countdown, this public launch start of this in 3 days. Here we always have countdown for the next batch when it's coming. What we call this batch founder batch. Founders batch are the first people believe, and it's 2000. As I told you, the major benefit of founder batch is 7% boost against 5% boost for the next batch. So this one will be 1.1 exahash expandable, so we can expand it to 5 megawatt, and that expansion could happen very fast, in 1 day or 2 days, because we already reserved that capacity. And one power node, 1 kilowatt, and here is some photos from the farm. What we are going to show you also, and what we're going to show later. So the next batch, so this one you will see, this is progress bar. So now we are saying it's launched. Then once public launch is started, we will see it's in progress. Then when it's fully subscribed, you will see it's fully subscribed. Then there is activation. The activation of power nodes takes, we are saying within average 30 days. So our target is to speed up that, because we know that no one likes to wait, but we need people to understand that this mining contracts and the equipment, activation and getting the power up, sometimes 30 days is very, very good time in this industry, because it's 4 years product. It's not like 90 days or 120 days where we need to activate in 2-3 days, because this is a longer journey, bigger investment, and it has access to infrastructure. So in the first founder batch, and maybe the next batch, and the one after, we can say that we will try to do our best to do it within 10 days or 15 days, but let's not overpromise. This message is clear from us. We are trying to say average is 30 days, but if always we do it faster, then everyone get access, and will be happier to have faster access, not delayed access. And also in our terms and conditions, we are highlighting what could delay, the activation. If it delayed after 30 days, we have clear explanation from day one. We'll share it with you in the product terms. You can see if any one of this, I will not call it force modules, but if there is logistic clearance, sometimes custom, sometimes some stuff, to get, let's say equipment on, or maybe the power grid or electricity company in that country, they say we activate today, but they delay 1 or 2 weeks, then we are forced to wait for the activation, because once it's activated, it gets immediately within 24 hours activated for all power node owners. And once activated, hopefully with the stability, it remains active for 4 years, except smaller interruption, maintenance, upgrades for the farm, which is normal. That's why we say uptime is 90+%. in the term agreement. So in mining grid website, it will show power nodes, and people, they can access it. Power node, you can buy it. This is just to show you a description how it looks in our shop, which will be available also. I told you, depends on few hours or maybe before we can maybe launch that product. So for now, I think I will show you one last thing, then we go. So this one pager, we are sharing it with you as well. If you don't want to go through presentation, you can send this one page, which explain, what is the supply, the story behind the product, why mining grid, they are opening the other side of the grid, how it works, you own it, connected, then you are leasing, then mining grid consumer, they access this mining outcome. So again, power node model, stable earning, then transparent infrastructure, which I showed you. Just to mention that even the first farm we decided for the hosting for the first batch, it runs 100% in renewable energy. Some people really, for them, this matters. Do we run on renewable clean energy, or we run on oil and we issue like a carbon credit, or like pollution, or it is clean energy. So this one is 100% renewable energy. Here is also other from inside the farm. This is the hosting location. This is the first 2 megawatt, and I told you we have the next batch ready. Once we do this, between batch 1 and batch 2 will be very quick shift. So I will go back to landing page quickly. So here you see power nodes. You will see always available batch here. And when someone buys the power node, there is video explainer. When you buy power node, you will see the batch number. So first one calls founder batch. Second batch, maybe we call it batch 2, or batch 3, or batch 4, or batch 5. So if you always go to landing page, you'll see the current batch, previous batch, and upcoming one. Upcoming one, we might start listing after some time. Why I'm telling you this, I want you in your mindset to know that this is a continuous product. We are not going to do one batch or one farm and pause. We want this product to be available always for you. Whenever you are presented to the client, then you are having the batch online, and also you can show your client the previous batches, on the previous hosting locations, which we did, and always you're trying to use multiple countries, multiple continents. So this first one came in Europe, second one could be in US, it could be in Russia, it could be in Asia, it could be in any mining friendly country. And switching between locations, we can, as mining grid, switch and supply you your power with the same uptime and efficiency from different operator. If something happened to the first operator. This details is a little bit a lot now, but I'm just telling you this so for you to understand that the infrastructure behind launching this product took us, from US visit, through meeting many suppliers, issuing requirement in the market, then shortlisting the best for us in the community. Now we look this to really accelerate the supply part, because also many leaders and many clients, they saw that we lowered our rental contracts and we are expanding our acquisition contracts, which is this transition period. We are continuing to supply, but we will accelerate faster with having both the push from mining grid directly and push from power nodes. And in the dashboard, you will see also the power nodes and dashboard, how much is the total contribution. So what we are saying also from our side, we are going to match the power node contribution. So let's say you added 0.5 exahash, then the company will add another 0.5 exahash through render. So we have 1 exahash. So that's acceleration will work both ways till we reach 30, 40 exahash, and we scale from there. So I think I'll stop sharing. This is the first round of information. I have a few things to share with you maybe after, but Ali, if you want, you can share your slides.
Just give me a moment.
Or I can share it, I have it ready, it's okay.
I think I'm almost here. Okay. So did you share it or share it from my side? I'm ready.
No, you can. It's shared already.
Someone else is sharing.
Ali, I already shared it. You can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Also, okay. So let's now talk about a little bit about IconXpert. And as you know, IconXpert is the marketing arm of Mining Red. And our job is to go to the community, trying to explain all the product the way it is, and try to be professional in our way of communicating with the community, because the community deserves to know the right information from the right people. And we also advise everyone who are going to promote this product is also to make sure that everyone is aware of how to use his wallet and how to access to this product. So the Power Node, it's a new innovation that comes from Mining Red. It is 4 years of mining power, which you purchase it and then rent it back to the grid, and then you can benefit out of that. So, okay, we can go to the next slide. So what will happen if we talk about the bonuses? And I think this is important, interesting part for our community. So the direct race credit. Direct race credit will be 5%. So for every node, there will be 5% of race credit. And in terms of the network volume, 10% of the new sales will go to the network volume, and also the auto buy, which is the trademark of Mining Grid that help you to compound. It's also going to be at 10%. Go next slide. So with the new product, we have new ranks that we want to introduce to the community. We see now that we almost are going to welcome our first icon, and maybe less than 2 weeks from now it will be our first icon. And from there we want to grow. We will introduce 2 more ranks to the system. The first one is called crown icon. So the crown icon, for the requirement of the crown icon, you need to have a network volume left and right 20 million. Add to that, you need to develop 4 icons in your downline, 2 on your left and 2 on your right. The reward for that will be $600,000. This is the crown icon reward. The biggest reward and the biggest rank that we have in our system is the royal icon. The royal icon, which acquired 50 million of network volume on both sides, left and right. And also it is to support your team and to support your community to achieve the rank of crown icons. And the reward for that will be $1 million. There's also something that's very interesting for the rank requirement. From RVP plus, all the RVP plus rank requirement now will be if your volume in one leg is 50% from the total volume, you can remove one of the rank requirement for the next rank. For example, if you are a crown icon and you have 50% of your network volume generated from the power nodes, that means that you don't have the requirement of having 4 icons in your downline. 3 will be enough. We go to the next slide. So this slide, I think, is pretty much, this is your slide.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you very much. I'm really excited, first to see the first icon, which I believe they're going to start popping up this year. Then, of course, crown and royal icons in the future. I was discussing basically very transparently. I will share this, yesterday with our CEO of Mining Grace, RAMI. And I said, there are many benefits, to just helping, the supply of the power to basically to the company, to the community, and also to yourself. So here are the couple of things that will happen when you own a power node. So first, we are talking about direct benefits. So the first thing is the power node itself will give you an ROI based on auto buy on or off. So from 200 up to 300%. So that's the first thing, and it's already a no-brainer for me. Then enhanced mining performance. So that means that your boost on your cards will go something like this. Now the cards are working 100 terahash. If the promotional boost is 5%, that means that your card will run with 105 terahash. Now, if you have 10 cards, that means 50 terahash more. If you have 100 cards, means 500 terahash more on the total. So equivalent to, let's say, one machine, which is 225 terahash, means that if you have 23 cards, it's like adding one machine basically to your mining boost. Faster mining power growth, that also increases your mining power. So that means the compounding, the auto compounding of the cards will grow faster for you. So that means, in a period of 1 year, holding the license, your cards will produce more Bitcoin and the supply will come faster. There are also community benefits. Sometimes we are selfish. Sometimes we just think, what do I get? What do I have? What do I have? Mining Race and IconX is always about the community, always about the people taking care, of everything. The RAMI says 3 Gs. Everything has to be good. Community, company, people. So community benefits, accelerated grid bonus. If your community will have power nodes, they accelerate their cards. Their cards are producing more Bitcoin. That means more Bitcoin from the community for everybody. And of course, increased network bonus potential. Why? Because the cards are producing faster. Every cards on auto buy or auto renew will give you, again, 10% of network volume. That means additional, bonus from the IconX system. Grid benefits, that's for everybody. The more supply we have as a community together, in general, also for those people who won't have, power nodes, their mining and card profitability will start increasing. And you will see this, in the very near future, I would say in a couple of months, when the community really understands the meaning of this power node, the meaning of the next phase, you will see that also our community is much more happier, right? And our supply, is adding to basically the contribution of our mining. So that's from my side, maybe Mario also, or Rami, if I forgot something, you can of course add.
No, I would say from my side, I'm super excited. I was making a little bit of math on my side, because just this 5% boost will mean a lot. So anyway, if you buy such a power node, you will get you up to 200 or up to 300% for yourself. But in addition, if you boost your account, let's say with 5%, means if you have one card, it will be 5 terahash, right? So if you have 50, it will be 250 terahash. And 250 terahash means it's the same mining power as from a mining machine. So this is really crazy. I'm just excited because, of course, more mining power, and all of us know that more mining power means also more grid bonus, more benefits, more excited customers. I think overall for the community, it's a win-win-win.
Good. Yeah, so from my side, I have no comment. Just to say, direct benefit is 3, community benefit 2, and grid benefit 1. So which is I think also is fair. For whoever applied is 3 benefits for the community, and whoever built is 2 benefits and 1 major benefit also for the grid, which impact everyone. So if we all believe in supply boost to boost the the demand, we are a contributor to the grid, and if you see the point number last one, the grid benefit, it drives everything up, because you are not boosting your cards, you are also slightly, maybe very low amount, but you are boosting everyone else, and that's a community concept. If I don't want to boost no one else, I want to boost only my account, then you can delete 3-4 benefits from this, so this is what we said before. The belief on the vision, what we are trying to create, the belief of the pair distribution and shift Bitcoin and mining to retail people, builds on this concept. So I'm boosting my accounts, yes, but I'm slightly boosting the community we build. That's also a positive mindset, which also we believe that this community also comes as strong with positive mindset to actually contribute and really to tackle any difficulties or anything comes on our way. Because if we do it all together and with a good vision, a good message, then definitely we can reach to 10% of mining.
I think we can go to the next slide. So why someone should add it? So as I told you, as a networker, as a network marketing company, yes, the benefit are for everyone. For the end user, it's 4 years of USDT weekly claimable through our application. For the promoter, now you have a full story about the mining grid and how it's constructed, the ecosystem that we have, how we put all the puzzle, the pieces together to come with this solid foundation. And of course, this increase in power will also reflect back on the product that we supply. And this is all of that is adding to the vision that we have for mining grid for the future. Now let's go for the next slide, which Rami talked about, which is the launch plan right now. 31 of May today was the power node launch training, which we all attended, and there will be follow-up sessions also with each leader with his community. From now to the 3rd of June, it's a private sales open for ranked user in our community. So this is privilege is for the people who already achieved rank with us and want to have the first access to the product. It will be open for them during these 3 days. 4th of June, there will be the public launch for the product where everybody can promote the product for everyone who's interested in owning the power and rent it back to mine grid and also generate outcome out of that. Now go to the last slide. I think from our side, the slides so I think this is, we spoke about it previously. I think from our side, Equinix side, I told you there will be a follow-up sessions from the leaders that we have. They also going to explain the product in more details in their own languages. I think the vision, the system, the complete ecosystem is now completed in front of all the promoters. Now they understand the vision that we are working on and where we are going. I think this is from our side. And also I wanted us to add that we will continue to have the workshop in Dubai as usual. There will be a dedicated session for TCs and TLs. This is also will continue from our side, where they can come over here and learn from the leaders that we have, Premush and the others, and also they have the chance to meet us over here and visit the showroom. Yeah. I think I'm done from my point.
Yeah, okay.
Anyone want to add?
I will go through this, quickly. This is putting what we discussed in last hour together, okay? So just slowing it down, putting very clear message. So this is what the target of and the objective of what we are doing today, okay? So why power node? 6 points, 3 for the user. Major one, 200 to 300% outcomes. And what you are buying, I'm not buying mining. I'm not buying a computing power calculated in kilowatt. So this is 2 statements. Computing power measured in kilowatt is the power node. What if I get power node? What I get? 200 to 300% depends on auto buy on or off. Is this guaranteed? This is outcome depends on uptime, and our contract with suppliers to keep uptime 90+%. So this is why how to explain power node for a client. Infrastructure vision is very important. We believe from the company is important. It's not a selling point. It is a company vision, because we already have 2% from global mining. We see the growth from 0 to 2, then we have growth from 2 to 5 or 5 to 10. To accelerate and unlock the farm ROIs and outcomes to retail clients, we introduce power nodes that will boost that acceleration and will boost the earning for the user, which is very obvious objective. We will not hide it. It's very obvious objective that we increase the supply faster to reach a balanced grid 50-50 between supply and demand, and both are making ROI, because we all believe in Bitcoin, as longer vision, and we are not here for, just witness one halving cycle, one bear market, and we think it's done. We are not done. We can witness 4 or 5 bear markets and hopefully 6, 7, bull markets. So this is what we built the company for. Why scale matter? Scale matters because we at 50,000 active mining users, 60,000 spots. Okay, and this number based on the growth we want to do, based the community strength, based on what we did in the past, should be accelerated 2 or 3x, maybe in the next 6 to 12 months. So how we are accelerating, we slowed down, we adjusted the model, we unlocked a huge supply portion, and that supply portion through power nodes can balance and accelerate that growth. So this is the message from the company. Product story, I think we mentioned a few stories earlier, but you can create, everyone here is capable to create his own story. You can start with mining, then add power node later to accelerate, these cards and do it, or you can get different kind of clients, interested to put, let's say accredited or big ticket clients. They are going to put bigger investment, and they don't want to know if Bitcoin statements, if Bitcoin goes down, if halving come, they don't want this. Then we know as Mining Grace, we have product in the same domain we operate, unlocking the farms, and much easier, to remove all the story and all the if statement and give him stable earning. You tell him from day one of activation, you start receiving USDT, you can calculate your ROI, and this is how it works. If you are expanding, and you like the project, you can use that earning to add mining cards. So the stories are many. What we can focus on is initial story of power nodes alone, and how it plugged to the grid is for a community, not for new investors. But if you want to combine both, it's not bad, because our, as I told you, Mining Grace's logo is Bitcoin, and our major asset which we give access to is Bitcoin, but also give access to, data center power. Okay, so what we are going, because we will share with you the social media kit, we'll tell you in the last 2 slides. So how power node works, we explained in the session, but we have it in 1 pager in 3 steps. I'm buying power for 4 years, I lease it to mining grid, then I'm receiving the lease USDT payment based on uptime, and that's the duration of the contract, and everything highlighted in our terms of purchase. Daily earning concept continues, weekly claim continues. Auto growth concept we explained in details. Enable auto buy, you can buy partial node, but you want to buy from initial purchase always as 1 power node. 4-year life cycle, and if in Bitcoin industry, 4 years life cycle or 4 years cycle in Bitcoin is very popular. So most of Bitcoiners, no one lost Bitcoin ever by holding Bitcoin for 4 years. So it's not something coming out of the blue. So the market always witnessed, let's say, in 4 years is 16 quarters, and you can witness 10 quarters up, 6 quarters down. This is the history from all the years. So what we will do in 6 quarters down, will we have less earning, less momentum, less as Mining Grace? No. So when this quarters comes and we are in bear market, the ROI of the power nodes will increase, because you get access to lower cost equipment, and it's time to enter when the market is down. When the market is up, the ROI for all mining product and hash price goes up. So it's not balancing only the grid, it is also balancing, the momentum inside Mining Grace and IconX. So whatever market take direction, we have something always, less hash price, let's supply more, because we know that it will go to the bull market in few months, maybe faster. If hash price is very high, then the equipment price is high, then demands jump, on the other side. So our mission and our objective is to keep the balance. So dashboard walkthrough, which I showed you, the landing page, I think this is required. So once you explain power nodes, because in the app you will see which batch you are buying, then you can click on that batch inside the app, then it goes directly, and you can show the client that this is the current available batch, and this also the farms which the company issued power nodes from, which is, it's a common request we receive many times. we could then declare where we mine, because our actually mining grid contracts in different structure. We are using many hosting farms. I think we reached 12 or 13 now. Without power nodes, these are our hosting locations. But not what we put now as a requirement new from our company, because also we expand the community, we expand the orders and the business with the mining farm. So we're saying, if we are hosting the power nodes with you for a period of 4 years, we need, we have marketing requirement, which might include the photos, might include, 1 or 2 visits per year, might include certain branding. So, which I explained to you it will vary. So walk through the dashboard as important sales tool to just show everyone how to do it. So this is positioning an approved language. It's definitely, we know that how to position this product is really important. If you say that you are buying a data center, it is wrong. If you're saying you are buying infrastructure, is wrong. So you are buying a computing power measured in kilowatt. So you will see, we try to avoid of other wording, which is not correct, because if people think they have ownership of infrastructure, then the requirement is different. We need to know, where is this infrastructure? Show me the infrastructure contracts, show me many other things. But what we are doing, we are actually accessing the power of this mining hosting farms with a declaration of information good enough to post the trust. So other approved language, do we buy nodes to post your spot, is wrong page, like completely. That's why you put one promotion explaining. Number one benefit, it's standalone product. You don't need to have mining card to buy power node. To scale power node, you can get starter license and connect 100 nodes and double your investment in 4 years, or make even higher with auto buy. So that scale, a client can access. If you put 100 nodes, then he access 100 kilowatt, or if you put 1,000 nodes, he access 1 megawatt. We do all the job. You have 1 megawatt of computing power work for you 4 years, and through mining grid application, you manage this farm. So imagine that's scale. Someone put $10 million in the one, instead of doing the contracts, checking the sites, protection. So we do all the job. We give you the access. But instead of paying that big portion to own a farm by yourself, no, let's own the power across 1,000 or 10,000. So this first founder batch is 2,000. So what is not approved language is saying that you are buying infrastructure or buying equipment. No, we are buying and leasing the power generated from data center, and that power initially is used for Bitcoin mining. As I told you, that power could be, if you see AI ROIs jumping, and many companies, they shift to AI. So we maybe add power nodes runs on AI. So we say 1 kilowatt, but also on AI. If we have 100% of the supply higher than the demand, and the growth supply even goes faster, and the market accepts this product more than even mining cards, that could be an option. So we're saying it is 1 kilowatt of mining power. So life cycle benefits, this information we share with some of our operator and farms. I think we shared it through some workshops. Through the last 2-3 years full market, some ROI of farms reach higher than 200%, generally speaking, because it depends also on entry and exit price, and what is the cost of the equipment you get for generating this power, and depends also on Bitcoin price as hosting farm operation if they do self-mining. So we saw some ROIs on the market higher than 200%, which is 300 or 400%. So if you question yourself how the company will give access to 200% out of this operation, so we studied the business model of many farms. We tried to simplify it and give it to the client without really going to say that you are responsible for contracts of electricity with many things, similar what we did with mining card, so similar we did in power nodes. The predictable outcome is very strong thing. So we need the message to be very clear. No guarantee on 200%. That's for sure as a message. Do I get guaranteed 200%? No, you are getting 200% if uptime is 100%, but the contracts is 90 to 95% uptime. And in some farms, in some locations, uptime is higher than 95. So it could hit 200%, could be 5 or 10% less. And it's not a financial product, so we are not fixing. It's not an interest, so you are not putting an interest contract that pay me 1,000, I give you 2,000. It's not like that. So the 1,000 goes to infrastructure allocation to give the power, and this power is based on market dynamic, but we simplify it not to tell all the story. But if you get objections about this is fixed income, this is interest, what I explained to you that it is not, because we are actually paying you based on uptime 100%. You might have 100% or 99 for 1 or 2 months, then it might drop to 95%, based on the conditions which runs from the operator. That's why you see our terms and conditions says mining grid and our operators are responsible to do it. That's why we have this hosting agreement with everyone. So what to expect? Now social media pack, which is you are familiar with. So landing page link. So I will send you a landing page, the one I showed you for this. From now till 4th of June, this will not be in the website. So you cannot see in the dashboard, you cannot see power nodes. You need to have the link, click it, then you can access this, because this is currently now pre-launched private only for rank people. Product brochure, the one pager which explained the product you will get. Then the video which I showed you at the beginning of the session. Then we have explainer video on how to purchase the nodes as steps for a new client. So that also will be shared today. Then we'll share with you the presentation which we did, for both mining grids and slides on Iconex and the compensation. So you will have it, so you can also use it. Then last one, frequently asked question document. So what we prepared, the frequently asked questions will be part of our website. But what we did now, because we are pre-launch in the 4 days, we don't have power nodes in the website yet, to make sure that within these 3 days, we are circulating the information correctly inside the community. So what we did, we are creating 2 pages, which has almost 20 questions common. And what we encourage you always, if you have feedback, you can send it to us, you can send it through Primosh, you can send it to our Iconex emails or Mining Grace info emails. We are going to expand this list. So we'll try to answer on this sheet all the questions, or on this link on our website, the most common questions. If you have, instead of 20, 30 or 40 or 50, please feel free to add them. So I already mentioned this. That's actually for founders badge. I think now we are already live. The team, they text me. I think they put it online, but not everyone see it. If you have rank star 600 plus, then you can see power nodes. If not, the public launch will be 4th of June. I think that you can check the countdown on our website. I think it's like midday Dubai time. It could be morning in Europe, and you can check the time zone in other continent. So it went live now. If you want to check it and try it, so the founder batch limited to 2,000 nodes with 7% boost for this spots. We will go to the second batch, which could be also in Finland, phase 2, which will be bigger than this batch and will be online once this batch is sold out. Then we will put the second batch online. And this is, as I explained you, this is how we process always. So that's it from my side. There is infrequently asked questions. As I told you from earlier feedback, we got like 20 plus questions. We got them answered. If you have more questions, please share with us. We'll be responsive. We will plan also after public launch, we will have a session, where we can also explain your clients. It will be a public session. If you have someone interested to get the message directly from the company, we can repeat the information in higher level about what is power node, why you need to get it, what is the benefit. So that will be a public launch event. You can invite your clients and also your teams to that session. I will see if Ali can expand that to 3,000 instead of 1,000. So that would be good. That's it from my side. Maybe last message from you, Mario, Primosh, Ali as well.
Yes, I think very interesting. The Power Node is a really very interesting product, either from networking side or from or by the end user. If you were going to utilize it by itself, I think today we called to this call our top guys, promoter on the network, to explain to them the product, how it's work, and what is the expected output of it, and what other benefits that it could provide to you with your mining spot. I think the final, I give the word now to Primoz to talk to the community, tell them exactly how they can shift their mind for this new product. Also the word for you, Mario, because it's important now to, we work all as a team. We synchronize all our effort and all our promotional activities and make this Power Node project or launch successful.
Thank you very much, Rami, and thank you very much, Ali, for very good presentation. My phone is burning because people are already buying the notes. Thank you, Rami, for the launch that you promised basically on tonight. So all I would say, I don't want to be too long. You know, this is a great opportunity for everybody. You know, either you're mining or you're not mining, or you have clients for investment. You know, this is an investment product. If you ask me, it supports the cause of mining Grace and mining Grid, and of course also the IconX. And I'm very excited about the future because now we are getting more complete picture, you know, not just consuming the power, but also supplying and helping the growth of the community. So that's from my side. I will be probably on the phone. Just to remind everybody, tomorrow I'm already flying to Sharm el Sheikh. The VPs and of course the TLs who applied, I'm going to see you there soon. So thank you again for your time and being with us on this call.
Also from my side, thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate to be part of this special moment. I would say this will be history. And just for those guys who are already attending the call, because I think the most of them are now in their app and doing something else, buying some power nodes. I would also say thank you to the whole community, because this is just possible because of all of you. So of your dedication over the last couple of months. And I think now we're going the next step because we built such a crazy community, and super thankful to be part of. And once again, Rami, Ali, Primoz, thank you so much for this great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so guys, thank you. You know, I was chatting with the team just to, you know, get something excited. You know, so we have the first, now we have 100 nodes. You know, since we launched like is 1 hour, so first 100 already allocated, and we have another 200, you know, in invoicing. We know, which is good signal. It's not about the number. I want to say two things. You know, the acceptance and support of this community for Founder Batch is not our target. Founder Batch is the start. You know, we want to push and, you know, show the result quickly and make product available. You need three things. I forgot updates. You know, it's good that we extended a little bit. Maybe not good to have at the end, but it's important a bit. So Power Node from now till let's say 1 week or 10 days before activation, it will be auto buy on for everyone. So what we are doing, you can switch auto buy off before the activation date, and that will be immediate, you know. But now the app support only on. So all they will see when you buy Power Node, you'll see Power auto buy is on. You can switch it off, you know, after let's say 1 week, or we will announce that now you can switch it off if you want to earn, or you keep it on instead of introducing this feature later. This is one. Second thing, the volume produced from Power Nodes from now till tomorrow will be counted next week, will not be counted now. And you can see the volume increase starting from tomorrow. You know, tomorrow morning, let's say midday Dubai time, you know, maybe 9-10 a.m. you know, European time, then you'll see the volume. So if you check the volume now, you will not see the Power Node volume contributes still to your volume in IconX, because plant is starting tomorrow, but all the volume will be added at once tomorrow. So you can check that network volume generated from AutoBuy tomorrow. Also in Transaction Center and Mining Race application, we release the product, you can buy it, but still not added to the Transaction Center. So we are adding it. So the message I just wanted to say that don't rush and report cases if you see something not working in the nodes. There is already 2 releases out. There is 2 releases coming. So we are standardizing the product during this 3-4 days, which is private launch. And before the farm activation, everything will be 100% on. If you face anything with payment issue, you didn't get the invoice, you didn't get anything, definitely open a case, except the 3 things I told you about the volume not showing, auto buy always on, you cannot switch it off, and in general transaction center invoice is not yet active. Everything is working in buy journey. So after this, we'll hopefully in 10-15 minutes or half an hour maximum, you will get the material uploaded to Iconix back office, and also we are sharing it with the leaders group, so for faster access. Thank you very much for your time, and appreciate you being patient in 1.5 hours, and let's push for power nodes. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Bye. See you.